There is no denying Roman Reigns is currently the top guy in WWE, and since his return at SummerSlam 2020, he has dominated the company as the Tribal Chief. He is a commanding villain who has taken everything. This business has given him and demanded the entire WWE Universe acknowledge him as the top dog. Let us take a look at how he became the head of the table and why he deserves to be No. 1 in the official WWE Power Rankings. Number 10. A rocky start. After defeating Jey Uso at Hell in a Cell, Roman Reigns entered one of the longest championship reigns in modern WWE history. As of this writing, he has been the Universal Champion for 985 days. He is fantastic at cutting a promo, especially when it comes to getting the crowd to do what he wants them to do. After Jimmy and Jey Uso lost the tag team titles to Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, things started to fall apart. There were issues with Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa, which led to the Usos walking out on their own. He knew the winner of the Elimination Chamber match at the Premium Live event would get a title shot at WrestleMania, so he wanted to make sure it was him. Not only did he defeat Cody Rhodes in the main event of Night 2, but he also defended his titles against a returning Edge and a returning Sami Zayn. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any new content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Both matches were great, but the one that stood out was his outing against Cody. Although WWE officials tried to make this a passing of the torch moment for Rhodes, Reigns had other plans. He proved that he's still the top guy, and that the torch will be held by him for many years to come. After the match, he cut a promo in the middle of the ring where he talked about how much he loves being the Tribal Chief. He said that he's been doing this for 15 years, and he doesn't see anyone taking the titles off him anytime soon. It's comments like that which reaffirm his position as the top guy in the company. So he attacked the returning Edge and sent him to the hospital with a broken leg. Then he went on to defeat 4 other competitors inside the Elimination Chamber and won the final spot in the main event of WrestleMania. That performance showed how vicious Reigns could be when he wanted to be. There were moments during that match where he showed hesitation. He wasn't trying to go all out and hurt everyone. But when it was revealed that he would face Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, he got down to business and took out everyone in sight. But despite all the chaos, the Bloodline has found a way to overcome it. Roman Reigns has stepped in to help his brothers on multiple occasions, proving that family is the most important thing to him. Plus, when the dust settled, the Usos decided to rejoin forces with their cousin and reaffirm their belief in the Bloodline. With all 5 members united, there is no telling what else they will accomplish. Just listen to what he says every time he steps foot inside the squared circle. And again, they proved why they are the top faction in the company. Despite being outnumbered by Team Raw, the Bloodline dominated the contest. They eliminated every member of Team Raw and won the match in impressive fashion. It was another example of how dominant Roman Reigns and his group have become. And it proves that there aren't many teams in WWE capable of hanging with them. He tells the entire WWE Universe to acknowledge him as the top dog, and every time they do, it lets him know he's still No. 1. This might sound silly to some, but this is how wrestling works. You need someone to be the top guy, and everyone else is either trying to take their spot, or they are acknowledging the fact that person is at the top. Reigns has done such a good job with this character that fans can't help but acknowledge him as the Tribal Chief. To put that in perspective, he's only been beaten once in almost 3 years. That kind of dominance makes him a must-have at No. 1 in the rankings because it shows that WWE officials completely trust him. There are very few people who can carry a company like that. The Rock, John Cena, and Bruno Sammartino are among the select few who can say they have been at the top of WWE and been trusted to do it for an extended period of time.
Yeah.
He sits comfortably near the top of the list of longest single reign as champion in WWE history. From the moment he debuted on the main roster all the way through mid-2016, there were major doubts about Roman Reigns' ability to carry the WWE. Not only did he defeat Brock Lesnar in the main event to unify the WWE and Universal Championships, but he also cemented himself as the top dog in the company. Following that victory, Paul Heyman stood in the ring and announced to the world that Roman Reigns was now the undisputed WWE Universal Champion and that everyone had to acknowledge him. This led to the next point on our list. Fans never seemed to warm up to him, especially when it was obvious the company was trying to push him as a babyface. At the 2021 edition of Hell in a Cell, Roman Reigns defeated his cousin Jey Uso in a Hell in a Cell match. It was a great outing for both men, because it showed how far Jey could go as a singles competitor, and how ruthless Reigns could be as a villain. That night, we saw Reigns use a steel chair to assault his cousin, even after he already tapped out to the guillotine. Then he went on to declare he was going to rule the entire WWE and that nobody could stop him. And that led to the next entry on our list. There was nothing more than boos and Senna sucks chants for the big dog, even though he won the WWE World Heavyweight Championship 4 times during that span. Something just didn't click with the audience. He wasn't bad by any means, but the crowd's negativity towards him was so loud, it made it hard to believe he would ever get over with them. Thankfully, WWE officials came up with a new plan, and the rest is history. No, 9, the Bloodline. In late 2020, after a false start due to an injury, Roman Reigns returned to action at SummerSlam. Instead of going right back into the Universal Championship picture, WWE gave him a new faction. The Bloodline, which also included his cousin, Paul Heyman, and his brothers, the Usos. This was a genius move, as it not only allowed Reigns to regain his championship a few weeks later, but it gave him something more to focus on than just being a singles competitor. Since then, the Bloodline has become one of the most dominant factions in WWE history. They have held every tag team championship, including both sets of titles currently. They have essentially run the entire company. No, 8, Hell in a Cell. Number 7, one of the longest reigns in modern history. No, 6. WrestleMania 38. Last year's WrestleMania may not have been the most entertaining event in history, but it was important for Roman Reigns. No, 5. Acknowledge me. One of the greatest things about Roman Reigns' current run is his promo work. For the Usos, for the past few months, the Usos have been causing a lot of problems for the Bloodline. No, 3. Survivor Series. Speaking of the Bloodline, Roman Reigns' squad represented SmackDown at this year's Survivor Series in a 5-5 elimination match against Raw. No, 2. Elimination Chamber. After failing to win the Royal Rumble, Roman Reigns set his sights on the World Heavyweight Championship. No 1. WrestleMania 39. At this year's WrestleMania, Roman Reigns continued to prove why he is the top guy in WWE. Who do you think should be no 1 in the official WWE Power Rankings? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.